Yo, 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 mic check, mic check, mic check. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me know in the chat. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 mic check. What's good, everybody? What is going down, everybody? What is up, everybody? We are back in this thing for another preview and predictions. Go ahead, pull up the screen. What up? What up, y'all? We are back in this thing for another preview and predictions. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. There we go. Back in this thing like we never left, man. Appreciate everyone that's joined in right now. We're going to wait for some more people to join in here. What's good, everyone? We are in this thing. Now, normally I would do my preview and predictions a little bit earlier, usually like the day before, but I didn't get a chance to yesterday. I was pretty busy. So by the time I got home, it was almost time for SmackDown to start. So I didn't get a chance to do it. But I wanted to make sure that I was able to give my preview and predictions before the show started. That way, we can see if I am correct on my predictions for this essentially it's like a glorified house show, basically. Saturday night's main event is cool that they brought that back, and I believe they're supposed to be doing another one next year. I'm not sure when, but it's basically like a televised house show of sorts. But the storylines matter in this particular event. The storylines matter. They're gonna play into something going into next year and going into WrestleMania season. So these storylines are important. It feels important. It's like a mini PLE, to be honest with you. And I like it. I like it. It has there's some matches that I'm really looking forward to and seeing how they play out. So yeah, I'm liking what they're doing. I am liking definitely what they did with this. We're gonna have that retro vibe. Supposedly the boy Cody is gonna be bringing back the Wing Eagle belt one time for one night only. So we'll see if that actually does happen. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to checking out how things will play out going forward for tonight, man. So, y'all know how we do it. For those who don't know, if you're first time joining the stream, thank you so much. But for those who don't know, we do our preview and predictions. I create a poll in the chat, and y'all join in on feeling, let me know who y'all think is gonna win, who y'all think is gonna lose, and we kind of go from there. So we're gonna start with this match right here. This match was kind of put together not too long ago. We got Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Who do y'all have winning? Um, what they've been doing with Drew, I have been loving, especially this entire year. Drew has literally, in my opinion, has been like one of the best superstars for WWE and one of the best in the business. He's just been truly fantastic. And the route that they're going with Drew is really quite interesting. The reason why I say that is because Drew came back, obviously, still hasn't learned his lesson, still has nothing but hate in his heart. He came back and he attacked Jey Uso. We didn't know who it was at the time, but he attacked Jey Uso and then he attacked Sami. And it was made clear in a vignette of his, essentially saying he was at home and he saw CM Punk working with Roman Reigns, and obviously he understood why CM Punk was doing what he was doing because, he was getting something out of it. But everybody else, he got PTSD from when Roman Reigns essentially, if you guys remember, when Roman was a heel at the time, he pretty much was making Drew McIntyre's life a living hell. So, of course, it makes sense for him to want to pretty much take out Roman Reigns and anyone that's involved in the bloodline, because that is the OG bloodline. That's the OG bloodline that cost Drew, matches and same bloodline that, pretty much gave him hell. So it makes sense why he would have PTSD, and it makes sense why at this point, he's going after the OG bloodline. And I think in this new it's not even new. He's always had hate for them, but now he's realized that he wants to eliminate them himself. I think honestly, him coming back, him taking the loss to Sami. I love Sami, but Sami's not beating him. I think the story here is to ultimately get his revenge on Roman Reigns. So he's going through everybody. He took out Jay. He took out Jimmy on SmackDown. I think it's safe to say I love Sami, but Sami going to catch the severe case of the Drew McIntyre season beatings. He's going to take out Sami as well. And I think the only other person left, because I don't think they're going to revisit CM Punk. The CM Punk stuff, I think that's done. I think they're going to, they've passed that. They're going their separate ways on that one. So I don't think they're going to revisit CM Punk. But I do think Roman Reigns will most likely be his next target. And someone made a very good point, and I saw this on Twitter, so I'm not going to take credit for it. But someone made a very good point. So whoever said this on Twitter, this is actually a good idea. What if for January 6th, we know it's going to be tribal combat between Solo and Roman Reigns for the Ulafala? What if Drew is the one that cost Roman that match? What if Drew is the one that cost Roman that match? Now, you can easily say, well, to be honest with you, Drew should be going after Solo too, because Solo has cost him the title at Clash at the Castle. Maybe it's a situation where he attacks both of them. Maybe it's a situation where Drew attacks both of them, because at the end of the day, he shouldn't like Solo either. Solo's a big reason why he didn't win at the first Clash at the Castle. So it could be a situation, tribal combat, which means no fucking rules, anything goes. It could be a situation where Drew puts on his invisibility cloak hoodie, the all black hoodie, and he attacks both of them. And then he leaves. And that could be the opening that, ultimately ends up, I guess you can say, costing Roman Reigns in that moment. Because I do think there's going to be some shenanigans involved in that match. Hell, I do think, say it's a situation where both guys are down and The Rock comes out there. And now you're trying to figure out who's The Rock going to help. It's tribal combat. Anything goes. They both knock down, and say The Rock ends up helping Solo. And Roman Reigns ends up losing, eating the pin, not getting the Ulafala back, only for Solo to give the Ulafala potentially to The Rock or some sorts. That's the way I'm thinking it could possibly be. It could be something like that, of the sort where Drew attacks both of them, because he should have hate for both of them, not just one person. He attacks both of them, and then he lays them out. He doesn't really care about nothing involving that. He leaves. The Rock comes out there. They're both laid out. Who's The Rock going to help in this situation? He ends up helping Solo, and we finally get that reveal that The Rock has been the one pulling the strings the entire time. That's just a thought. I don't know. We will see. Not y'all saying it's called the Ula Lafala. Like what LA Knight had said last night. But that's just an idea. I do think Drew being involved in that match is going to be integral into his return, because he should have hate for the OG bloodline. There should be no love lost for Solo, and we all know he hates Roman. So we will see. Lafala. We will see if that is the case, but I do have Sami Zayn losing this match to set up, Drew continuing his mission. So let's see what the poll results say. We got, y'all are funny with the script. 87% of y'all say Sami is going to, Drew's going to win, and 12% say Sami's going to win. Okay. So most of y'all are in the overwhelming favorite to have Sammy end up losing to Drew. All right, I'm gonna create the next poll real quick. Let's see if I can do this. Appreciate everyone that's joined in right now. Appreciate everyone that's in right now. All right. Who will be the first ever women's United States champion between Chelsea Green and Meechin? All right. This one is a pretty tough one because I can see them pushing Meechin. They have been, actually. The fact that she got a pretty noticeable win off of Tiffany Stratton should let you know they have been pushing her. But at the same time, Chelsea Green right now, she's pretty over. In comparison to Meechin, she's way more over. With the internet wrestling community, the people there in the crowds, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me personally, seeing her as the first women's United States champion, that could be interesting because she's still technically a heel, and they could potentially even do something where maybe Piper Niven even gets jealous of sorts. Because I think that's going to be something that they venture down the road with Me Chin. Not to say that she doesn't deserve that opportunity too, but I don't know if the crowd's really gonna resonate with her as the United States champion more than Chelsea Green. Because I think Chelsea Green as the United States champion, I think that works a little bit better. I don't know, man. I I think a lot of people want Chelsea to win this. So I think just I think it would be just optically a little bit better looking to see her as the first United States champion, women's United States champion, and maybe Me Chin chases for a little bit. I don't know, but I think just from a fan's perspective and the reactions that she would get, I think she would benefit a lot more right now because of how popular she is as the first ever women's United States champion. And they could potentially set up a feud between Chelsea and Piper because that is coming. I'm sure it's going to happen. It just depends on when. And maybe her winning this title will be something that get that potential feud going. So I'm going to go with Chelsea Green here. I'm going to go with Chelsea Green here. She's been a crowd favorite, and they've been kind of booking her like this underdog that's annoying but entertaining, and somehow she's been able to get wins, through other means. Like it's kind of like fate has kind of landed in her favor when it comes to her advancing in this particular tournament. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Chelsea Green. I'm gonna go with Chelsea Green here. I think that would be a pretty cool moment for her. I don't know if she's gonna be a long-term champion per se, but for her to be recognized as the first women's United States champion in WWE history, I think that would be actually pretty good. So I'm gonna go with Chelsea, and she's gonna run with this gimmick. Like, I'm the first ever women's United States champion. She's gonna run with it, and I can see it being a situation where Piper Niven gets a little bit irritated because I can see Chelsea maybe getting a little big headed. Like, I was able to do this by myself. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't need nobody, and that could cause some type of issue or some type of rift. But I'm gonna go with Chelsea Green being the first ever women's United States champion. 83% of y'all say Chelsea Green, 16% say Me Chin. So y'all are in agreement there. All right. Gonna start up the next poll. Right. The next one, we have the Women's World Championship between Liv Morgan and Io Sky. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to want Io Sky to win this. I know. I wouldn't have a problem with it too. But unfortunately, guys, or fortunately, however you view the storyline, they're not done with the Liv and Rhea storyline. I know a lot of y'all want them to be done with it, but they're not done. The story really won't end until Rhea gets her revenge. And by getting her revenge, we'll most likely be getting the title back from Liv. So I don't see Liv Morgan losing. I do think there's going to be some shenanigans, as always, and she will retain, but Liv is retaining. I do see them setting up a future big match with Io and Rhea. If you guys saw how she was holding the championship this past Monday Night Raw, they were both holding the championship. So I do see them setting that up. They don't do that unless they have something planned for them. So I do think we may get a Rhea versus Io potentially at WrestleMania. I hope that's the case for the title because I think that's going to be a pretty great match. But I do see that's the story that they're going with. Someone made a good point. What if Rhea costs her the title? That could be the thing, but I think the story for her is to take the title from her. That's what she wants. She wants to be able to take it from her. So, yeah, her losing would be great, but then you're just going to skip that story and go right to Io when I think obviously they want Rhea to be the one to finally be the one to stop Liv Morgan and regain the title. I don't think this should be dragged out to WrestleMania, though. I think we have a better, interesting setup. I mean, I'm sure, what's the name? Charlotte's going to be coming back relatively soon. So, you can see some type of storyline with that, too. Charlotte and Rhea got history. But I do see them setting up this story of Rhea and Io potentially at next year's WrestleMania. So hopefully we get this Liv and Rhea feud done before then, and we can go from there. I know some of y'all want Io Sky, but she's not winning yet. It's not happening tonight. I just don't see it. I think we're gonna get a title change later down the road when Rhea most likely regains the title, and then we can get that matchup at next year's WrestleMania. So that's where I'm kind of going with it on that end. Let me check this poll real quick. Someone said, yes, please, my God, I hate this feud. 67% say Liv Morgan, 32% think Io's going to get the win here. Like I said, it would be cool. I just don't see it yet. I do feel like they want to finish that story, so they're going to do whatever they can to finish that story. All right. Now we get into the nitty gritty, man. We get into the nitty gritty of things. Hold on. All right, we got the triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Gunther, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. Now, this one right here can be somewhat of a swerve. You could pull the ultimate swerve here and have Finn Balor win and Gunther not be the one to get pinned. You could do that. You really could do that. But I don't think that's the route they're going. Would it be interesting? Would it be shocking? For sure. But I don't think that's the route they're going. I think the route they're going here is Damian Priest and Finn Balor are going to be so concerned with themselves that it's going to be a situation where I feel that Gunther is going to be able to capitalize off that. And I don't want Gunther to lose that way. I think he should lose to someone straight up one-on-one, and we go from there. Instead of it being he never got pinned. Yeah, you can protect him that way, but I don't think his title reign should end like that. I'm actually going to go with Gunther to retain. He's going to be able to take advantage of their hatred for each other and capitalize. Now, the question is, who's going to eat the pin? Who's going to eat the pin? Damian has eaten the pin, obviously, at the cost of Finn Balor multiple times. Multiple times now. I think Finn Balor should eat the pin here. I think Finn eats the pin. I wasn't trying to rhyme there. I think Finn eats the pin. Will the Judgment Day get involved? Of course. It will be shenanigans. But I'm okay with Finn Balor eating the pin because you don't want Damian Priest to get pinned by the same guy 3 times in a row. No. I think I said Finn Balor. I think Finn is going to eat the pin here. And they've already set up that Finn has to defend his tag team titles on Monday Night Raw, this upcoming Monday Night Raw. And I do think Damian Priest, once again, is going to be the reason. And I can see Damian Priest costing the Judgment Day those tag titles. And I think in this situation, it could be where maybe Damian Priest hits a setup move or whatnot. Gunther ends up knocking him out the ring, and it gives Gunther that an easier time of putting away Finn Balor. So I do think it's going to be an integral part of Damian Priest being the one to essentially kind of cost him in this match, cost Finn Balor. And I think he's going to expand on that and cost Finn Balor the tag titles. So I think that's the route they're going. Have Gunther retain because he needs to retain. I don't see him losing. And, you know, he can go in strong into the WrestleMania season. We see who he feuds with. Damian Priest, you know, being kind of the facilitator to cause Finn Balor to get pinned tonight. And him being the reason why they lose the tag titles. Because I think the story they're going to tell, we're going back to it. I know some people were glad that it was over, or we thought the feud was over, but it seems like we're going back to Damian Priest and Finn Balor. So if I'm Finn Balor, I do everything in my power to make sure this nigga don't win tonight. Even if I don't win, if he don't win, I win. And then I go on to ultimate hater mode and activate that and cost them to lose the titles. So that way, now Finn can't be talking all that rah-rah shit like, oh, I have this, I have that. Y'all should listen to me. Nope, you lost on Saturday and you lost on Monday. Put the fries in the bag, Finn. It's done for you. So we'll see how that plays out. But I'm going with Gunther to retain and Finn Balor to get the pin here. Get pinned. All right. Let's see. 77% say Gunther, 14% say Finn Balor, and Damian Priest with the lowest percentage with 7, man. Alrighty. And obviously, the main event. The match that I'm honestly looking forward to the most. All right, here we go. We got the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. Season beatings at its finest. Who will win? A lot of people are saying, oh, it should be KO. KO should win. He should win the Wing Eagle belt and all this other stuff. And I love KO. KO's doing some of his best work too. I love KO. But it's not KO. Could they pull a swerve? Yes, they could. But it's not KO. I love KO, but nah. At the end of the day, what they did to themselves essentially is they pigeonholed the idea that Cody could ever lose outside of 2 people. There's only 2 people on that roster that I can ever see beating Cody. And one of them happens to be one of the board members. And the other one is still Roman Reigns. I don't think it's going to happen with these. No, and Randy Orton. I would say Randy Orton is a very good, viable third option when he does return. So that may be the one person that actually does it. Randy Orton. But outside of those 3 individuals, nobody's beating him. And I love Kevin Owens. But they wrote themselves in this hole because The Rock said whenever he comes back, he wants to challenge him. We know that's happening. He's not challenging Cody with no title. He's not. So it kind of already puts you in a situation where you kind of have an idea that Cody's not losing. He's not. He's not. That's the only thing we kind of know. Will it be a fun match? Yes. And I'm enjoying it. And hopefully they really expound, and I want y'all to pay attention to this. I hope they expound on the fact that Cody's friends are turning on him. Justifiably, but they're turning on him. I hope they bring that up. And I don't know if y'all picked up on it, but Cody hasn't been Cody as lately. He hasn't been this goody two-shoes for the most part. He's been upset. He's been irritated. He's been pissed off. And I hope that is something that they expound upon, because at some point he's going to lose. And if he does lose, it needs to be a point where it's like it changed him. And now he's not as happy-go-lucky as before. So I hope that's something that they really talk about. Because usually Cody's trying to be all nice and politically correct. No, he hasn't been that way. And it's starting with Kevin Owens. And guess what? The same thing is going to happen with Randy Orton, because Randy Orton's going to come back. And Randy Orton should feel some type of way, because once again, all of this started because Cody helped Roman. And Randy made it very clear. That's cool. I have your back, until it becomes a problem. It has become a problem now. Kevin Owens attacked him, put him on the shelf. Of course, he's going to be mad. He's going to feel some type of like, bro, what are you doing? And the fact that Randy, every time he sees Cody, he's always looking at the championship. I think it's safe to say that's going to be the friendship that breaks the camel back for Cody Rhodes. So that's why I say I don't see him losing tonight, because you want to extend that story. You want to. You want to extend that story. That's the story that I'm willing to bet hopefully is one of the main events for WrestleMania, night 1 or 2, whichever, because I think is that Cody and Randy, that's going to cook. That's a match we want to see. They have history. It's going to be good. And you've seen the vignettes of how Randy, has had Cody back all this time. And finally, it's not going to be the same. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Randy doesn't have to be a heel, essentially. He can do the same thing that Kevin Owens is doing. He doesn't have to be evil for the sake of evil. It could just be, bro, I told you things weren't you shouldn't have helped out Roman. Now things have gotten progressively bad for everybody involved. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm just evil now because I want to be evil against you, Cody. It could have meaning behind it. So at this point, for me, I'm really, going with Cody to retain over Kevin Owens. I think the story with Kevin Owens is going to be Sami Zayn. And I think that's going to be the next story that they're really going to embark in on. And it could be a situation where they do something where maybe Cody does cross the line. For the first time tonight, we see him cross the line. We see him cross the line, and maybe it makes Randy look at him a little bit differently too. They have ways to really extend Cody's character beyond just the company guy. It could be the tale that we've always seen. Everybody's your friend when you're on the rise to greatness and they want to see you finish your story. But at some point when you do finish your story, those same friends are going to want what you have, especially if you're in a competitive business. And Cody needs to learn, and Gunther said it. You can't really have friends in this business like you think you can, because they're going to come at you from different angles. They know you, and they're going to want that title from you. You don't think Randy wants another title opportunity? You don't think Kevin Owens wants that title opportunity? And now that they've seen you help one of their biggest ops, oh, all right, Cody, we helped you. Now you helping the ops? I bet. Looks like I need to take that hardware from you. So, I'm going with that, man. It should be a fun match. Should be some epic crash outs. So I'm looking forward to that. And as I check the polls, 80% of y'all say Cody, 19% say Kevin Owens. So I'm looking forward to how all of this is going to play out for sure. Let me read some of these Super chats, appreciate the 4.99. Appreciate you, Ross. Don't have very many friends who watch wrestling, so watching with y'all brings me a lot of joy. Bless you from and the Clutch fam for real. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate the 14 Czar. Sup, Ross? Love from South Africa. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate the 199. What's up, Ross? Just trying to say Titans up, of course. Of course. Titans are down. And you know that. But hey, I get it. You're gonna rock with your team, so rock with your team. But yeah, man. Are you streaming tonight? Yeah, we will be streaming on YouTube and Twitch tonight. So be on the lookout for that. Predictions, no title would change hands. I don't see any titles changing hands tonight. I don't. I will be shocked if they do that, but I just don't see any titles changing hands because, I mean, I feel like a lot of these titles already have a story they're kind of trying to follow through heading into the Royal Rumble next year. So appreciate the 5. Do you think anyone comes out at the end of the KO and Cody match? I don't know. I don't even know if you really need that because, to be honest with you, I think a lot of them are, the show that people are really going to be excited about is the first Monday Night Raw of the year. So maybe Randy does come out. Maybe Randy does come out there, but I don't know. Nah, I need either Randy. So Brandy, Mama Rose, Brandy, Mama Rose, ready. Well, I don't know. Like I said, if Randy does come out, it still makes sense for him to want to go after Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is the one that attacked him. We have plenty of time before WrestleMania. So they don't have to rush into Randy versus Cody yet. You can build towards that. They've been planting the seeds. Keep planting that. We don't have to rush to that because WrestleMania is not until late April. We can get to that point relatively soon. Probably, after Elimination Chamber, that's when it comes to a head type shit. So, we can see, hell, maybe you have Randy Orton win the Elimination Chamber. Well, maybe you have Randy Orton win the Royal Rumble. I wouldn't want him to win the Royal Rumble again. But maybe he wins the Elimination Chamber. That can be a thing. So, we'll see. We will see. Randy can cost KO the match. Oh, well, that could work. That could be a situation where it looks like Kevin Owens is about to try to end Cody, and then I hear voices in my head. He comes out there, he stops Kevin Owens, and once again, Randy helps out Cody Rhodes. And I do think they're gonna build a feud between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. That has to be the next feud. It has to be. We know Randy ain't gonna forget, so we may get that type of feud going into the Royal Rumble, and then we go from there. So we'll see. But we'll see. I can see Randy Orton coming back, and it looks like Kevin Owens is about to win, but Randy Orton comes out there with the invisibility hoodie, the black hoodie, attacks Kevin Owens. Ref doesn't see it. Maybe hits him with an RKO for his trouble. Or maybe, please bring back the punt kick because he did pile drive him. So if another band move needs to be used, it's the punt kick. It could be a situation he punt kicks this nigga into another dimension, throws him back in the ring. We don't, Cody don't know who the hell that is, and you finally reveal the hood, and he goes for the pin for the 1, the 2, the 3. Boom. Dom will cost Damian and Finn. That's a good one, Floyd. I like that. Particularly on the Finn side of things. I like that. I like that a lot. Y'all got some good plans, good ideas. So, but hey, man, I appreciate all of y'all joining in for this quick video, quick live stream. Like I said, I would have did this sooner, but I definitely wanted to get this out to you guys before the show started. Once again, we will be live streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so make sure you join in. You don't want to miss out. We're going to have a good time tonight. But I appreciate all the love and support y'all have shown on the channel. You guys are amazing. Road to 150K, and I will see y'all later on tonight for Saturday night's main event. Peace.